Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Renzi's Ultimate Decades Challenge. We are currently in the year 1323. Last episode is pretty chill. We gave the royals some time to mourn Arn's death while we focused on the Rolfs just living their farm life, doing their thing, and they're doing all right. Miriam got to age up and the girls are doing fine. The children are also doing great, figuring out their likes and whatnot. And I can't wait to see how that turns out once they're older. And I just want to say thank you for those of you who sent me well wishes. I do feel mostly better, still kind of there, but definitely doing a lot better. So thank you. Today, as you can see, we are starting off at the Windenburg Palace with this futuristic mailbox apparently that I did not notice. But as the royals prepare for the upcoming coronation, Joan and her family have moved into the Windenburg Palace because, as we know, he hasn't been crowned yet, but Cassian is now the reigning monarch of Windenburg. The whole family is in black, and Joan is with child once more. And I'll go ahead and reveal it. That child is not Cassian's, but she definitely made him believe it is. I think I'm pretty much done putting Joan through pregnancy. She's been through a lot, and I'm going to give her a break like I gave Elric a break, and I'm not going to let anything happen to this baby because she has just had the most rotten luck, and it makes me feel so terrible because she deserves to just be happy, and everyone's rooting for a love baby between her and Harwin. So she's just here focusing on a little concerto. We've got Prince Gavin here also in his morning attire, practicing. Princess Arya is in the dining room just having a snack. We've got Crawford here doing his rounds. Poor guy did have to I'm sure it was not explicitly said, but I'm pretty sure he and Joan knew that that little Prince Arn was his child. And so I'm sure they spent a lot of time comforting each other. And here is Cassian with none other than Josephine and Esther, who have also moved into the palace. He has officially made them part of his royal household. And here's Cassian with his makeover in his morning attire. He's still pretty handsome. But yeah, I just he's still got the curly hair. I just use like the swoop version of it, I guess. And I grayed them a little just because he looked youthful for a while. Here's Josephine, clearly dressed in better attire than she was previously. And then Esther here, who looks very lovely actually. Everyone is in mourning attire currently. It's been a little over a year since Arn's death, so I'll wait another sim day or so before we get to the coronation, but that will happen this episode. What's interesting is a few things. First of all, worth noting here that I noticed that Queen Alice also died. That was not something that I did. We'll say that she died from a broken heart because that's just really sad. It says here that she died by old age, so I guess I turned off aging in my main households, but I still have it going for other households. And I'm not sure why it's showing Ella and Ira as only Arn's kids. I'm not sure what's going on with the family tree there. But yeah, Queen Alice died. We'll say that she died of a broken heart. So Cassian's been mourning the death of both his parents. So there's that. And then his surviving siblings, which are Prince Quentin, Princess Ella, and Princess Ira, have actually moved over to the keep. I wanted to just keep them in this household, but I didn't. I just moved them over just to focus on this family. I'm sure I can add them as roommates, which I probably will, because I feel like they would stay here until Cassian arranges marriages for them or gives them permission to get married. But yeah, as the year has gone by, Cassian has developed a friendship with these two, and he wholeheartedly trusts them. Esther kind of stays in the shadows. She does her own thing. While she is a spellcaster, I did make her focus just potions. She's not adept at more than just practical magic. And then Josephine is adept at pretty much everything else. He hasn't exactly introduced the whole plan of instilling a court wizard just yet, but his father's royal advisor is going to have to get behind that. But he's going to wait until after the coronation before that becomes a conversation. But as the king, you know, it's going to be his say anyway. And Joan has notably kept her distance. She does not like that he moved these two, and she hardly knows them. I think she suspects the whole magical aspect, but I don't think she knows the extent to which all of this is going on. She's been very focused on herself. She does kind of do her security woohoos with Cassian, or she did, just to be safe. But she and, as you can see, Harwin here have been spending a lot of time together, and Cassian's just completely enamored with the Beauverlays. He actually has developed a romantic relationship with Esther, but they haven't really done anything. I know he was flirting with Josephine, but I put a stop to that because that is not something I want to see. But he has been pretty romantic with Esther. It's mostly just been flirtations. They haven't done anything too scandalous. But since Cassian still had that whim and desire to start another relationship, I'm like, you know what? He would. Oh God, why is she talking about babies? And I think Josephine is definitely encouraging this romantic relationship between her daughter and the king, the current monarch of the land. So that's interesting. Joan is still just here doing her thing. I believe she's in her first trimester. Yeah, she is currently in her first trimester. She's got the baby blues, and obviously she's been through a lot. She's constantly just in mourning, and it's really sad. And it looks like Cassian came to have some food, and Esther's joining him, and Arya doesn't seem too pleased about this. She's like, I don't think Arya is a fan of Esther. Like, I think they're at the acquaintance level, but that's it. Yeah. She's just like, yeah, this lady's here. I don't fully understand why my father brought these ladies here. But yeah, that is interesting. And Joan is just dismissing herself from the area. Harwin's holding a lump of clay for some reason. But I'll show you guys what I did here. Obviously, this castle is not mine. I didn't make it. I just changed a few things around. This is like the sort of activity room, I guess. You guys have seen parts of this area, the throne room here with this piece of CC that I made. Once again, I made this CC for the royal family, but I have yet to finish the ones for my founders. This is Josephine's room, and she has a ladder that leads to this tower where she has all her stuff. She keeps it all under lock and key, so that's interesting. Harwin sleeps here, and this is actually Joan's bedroom here. Historically, queens and kings slept in separate bedrooms anyway, so this is the queen's quarters, and across the hall here, this is where Cassian sleeps. And then upstairs, this is Cassian's old room, actually. This is where I had him before he moved to the keep, but this is now Gavin's room, and then Arya sleeps over here. So that's how I've just arranged them. And I did put Esther adjacent to Cassian, you know, just in case. But I do believe shenanigans will ensue eventually. Harwin's just doing his job here, trying to remain professional, while these three have a conversation. It looks like Josephine and Esther are at odds or something. And Cassian's feeling extremely fresh and frisky here. And Joan's just gonna go for a walk in the garden. It looks like Princess Arya's in the maze, so Jonah's gonna go join her. Oh no, Jonah and Arya have a difficult family dynamic. What happened? Arya's being mean to her mom. Oh no, she's going through that phase. She wants to become friends with Esther. Interesting. And Gavin's just minding his own. Josephine's dancing to his playing, but I'm gonna let him mind his own business here. Okay, so it's evening. Pretty much the whole castle is asleep, but Cassian has invited Esther to come play a game of chess while they talk. And I feel like since Esther pretty much knows what he's going through as a semi-new spellcaster, he's been able to bond with her a little more. I feel like he and Joan have just drifted apart very much. Yeah, so their relationship is pretty much kaput for the most part. They tolerate each other at best at this point. But with Esther, it's been like this new thing. And I don't think Esther is really a bad person, but I do think that she does find him attractive. Yeah, she does find him attractive. But yeah, so they've developed a better friendship. I'm gonna have him enthuse about magic because I feel like it's something that he's really enjoying learning a lot more and controlling. And I really think that he believes that it'll be better for the realm. Okay, he just changed his outfit. But I feel like things have slowly gotten a little more romantic as time goes on, and now she's flirty. And even though he has this like huge responsibility coming up, okay, she just changed too. So yeah, he's given them like these very nice outfits. He's had these beautiful outfits tailored for both ladies, both Esther and her mother. And I think that that is something that Joan is not a fan of. Oh my god, the ghost of Dargor. Well, that is awkward. So they probably don't see him. But yeah, things are getting quite flirty here. And these two haven't had their first kiss. Oh gosh, okay, so they're definitely getting... Okay, I think that's the... And they're to go woo. They haven't even had their first kiss yet. I'm wondering where they're gonna go. Where are you guys gonna go? Yeah, everyone is fat. Okay, they are in the king's bedroom. And they are gonna do the thing. And Joan is here sleeping. Crawford is also sleeping. These two are behaving. Josephine is also sleeping. Yeah, so these two are having a late night tryst. And we are halfway through the year. So let's have Esther dismiss herself and go to her own room. And with that conclusion to the night, we will be getting ready for Cassian's coronation in the middle of 1323. Okay, so real quick, I did want to come to the Wheeled household because it's actually Cyrilla's birthday. So we're going to have to roll for her to see if she ages up into a toddler. And she's good. She's good to go. Thank goodness. So Cyrilla, she's watching the bathtub. That's so cute. Let's go ahead and age you up. And I think I am done with having the first gen try for babies. Honestly, I said it in a comment to someone, and it sounds terrible to say, but I did not expect this many children to make it through like the first 2 stages. I'm so happy they did, but now we've got this huge family tree, which is fine. I'm not complaining. But that's going to be a lot of kids to keep up with, and Cyrilla is a charmer. But yeah, I think we've got a lot of kids from here on out. What happens, happens. And, right now, Miriam and Elric are happy with their little family. I don't even think they can have more kids. No, I do have the setting where the household size is allowed to be a little bigger, but I don't know if it's not working or if there's something you have to do for that because I've never done that. But let's go ahead and make over Cyrilla. And here's little Cyrilla. She's so precious. She is so cute. Oh my goodness. And she is such a great mix of both Elric and Miriam, I think. So yeah, there's the youngest little Rolf. We love her. Okay, so I don't think she's gonna fit in there, so I'll just let her sleep in this room with Elric and Miriam. And there's our little gal. And Miriam's just here checking on the kids. Why is she sad? Should I be more lenient? Oh, she feels like she's too strict with her kids. Oh, and Elric is here too. Let's have Elric hug little Cyrilla. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the Rolfs here. Why is Cyrilla so grumpy? But I'm gonna leave these Rolfs here because it's time for a coronation. Don't hold me. Oh, she hates being carried. Okay, so we are at the Church of Windenburg. We are in the 3rd quarter of the year. Currently, Cassian is being crowned by Father Benedict. There are a few nobles present. There were a few more, but I posed everyone at the same time, and some of them left before I could get them to pose. So I'm not gonna arrange that again because if I start adding a teleporter, everyone's gonna be messed up. So here we have Beatrice and Emmanuel. And if you guys remember, Emmanuel is Dargor's son here. Here we have Lady Cecilia Capet, I think. And she is actually Florian's wife. They have one child together and they have another on the way. There is Lady Kaith, who is the niece of King Arn. Queen Isabella, who is Joan's mother. Here we have King Robert and King Laurent here, looking regal and bored. They're both looking a little bored, actually. And then here we have Josephine, the two princesses and Cassian's sisters, Ella and Ira. And originally I did have his brother Quentin here, but he up and left. And here's Esther. And Cassian went ahead and had his servants dress her up in the royal color purple, which is a very bold statement and one that he clearly does not care about. The gentleman in black here is George Beaufort. He's a nobleman and I did find him in the gallery, but he is also the latest royal advisor after Hugh Capet. And then there is Joan, looking absolutely radiant as a queen, and she just hit her second trimester as well. But you know, she's smiling, not looking at Cassian, not looking at, I think she's focusing on her kids who are just having a conversation. I couldn't pose these two. I wasn't gonna try. And here is Father Benedict on his way to crown Cassian. And just like that, Cassian has been crowned. And he's looking a little humbled here. And Father Benedict is giving his little bow. And he's announcing, God save the king, and giving his little bow while everyone watches the ascension of a new Windenburg monarch, hoping that he can fulfill his duties. And of course, Joan has been crowned. She is also the Queen of Windenburg. So here we have King Cassian and Queen Joan of Windenburg accepting their duties, pretending all is well with smiles on their faces. Joan looks absolutely radiant. I always just have to focus on her for a while because she is stunning. So what I'm able to do now is, since Cassian is the heir, this little podium is from the royalty mod, so I can have him go ahead and accept the crown. Oh god, and it says that Joan needs to be seen by a doctor. She might want to do so soon. I don't like that. Okay, he's giving his little speech backwards. Okay, so are you ready to be crowned the next monarch of this great land? He says, I am. Do you agree to stand with this nation in times of turmoil and hardship, and to work to elevate this nation? Do you pledge yourself to the people of this fine nation to care and to sacrifice for them? And he's going to say, I do. Today, every citizen in the land will rejoice as monarch Prince Cassian, now King Cassian, takes the throne, become monarch. Oh my god, and the kids are causing mayhem. They're just like that. Prince Cassian is now King Cassian. Oh my god. Wow, what a sim. Sir Harwin Crawford just stopped what they were thinking about for a moment and found themselves staring at Princess Joan. That woman has so many of the qualities that make Sir Harwin's heart race as if it were on a cross-country marathon. Their beautiful features meet Sir Harwin's desires so readily that it's almost as if whatever created such a sim sculpted her specifically for Sir Harwin. He is down bad for her. But we already knew that. And chaos has ensued in the church. Everyone has just gone to do their own thing. But it's fine. The coronation is over here. So let me go change their names really quick. Okay, so Prince Cassian is now King Cassian. And Princess Joan is now Queen Joan. Looking absolutely radiant. And I'm gonna conclude that here, just because things are getting a little chaotic. Before Laurent leaves, though, I'm gonna have Cassian talk to him. You know, they're just having some friendly chatter. He is Cassian's brother-in-law. And I feel like there's somewhat of I wouldn't say strained, but there's definitely not the greatest relationship between Cassian and Laurent. I'm sure Laurent heard about like his sister's issues with Cassian and he wasn't pleased. And I'm gonna have him discuss foreign affairs because Cassian has shown a vested interest in Glimmerbrook. And Glimmerbrook, again, is technically Willow Creek owned land, but they both, through very distant ancestors, technically own land. The problem is that because Cassian is technically a landowner in Glimmerbrook through the Lionette family, that would kind of make him Laurent's subject in that way. And it looks like Queen Isabel got a little nosy here, Dowager Queen that is. But obviously with the Lionettes technically being subjects of Willow Creek through that land ownership, it's kind of a sticky situation. And one king doesn't really like the idea of being another king's subject in that manner. But Cassian's like, listen, I'm sure we can make a deal regarding possibly splitting the land or coming to some kind of agreement regarding ownership of that land. And Laurent's trying to be nice because he is in Windenburg and this is his coronation date. So I think he's kind of like, you know what? Have your guys talk to my guys and we'll talk about it. Okay? And Cassian, I think, wants to be optimistic. He doesn't want to reveal why he has such a vested interest in Glimmerbrook all of a sudden, because as far as Laurent was concerned, as far as the Willow Creek family was concerned, Arden was never a fan of Glimmerbrook. He kind of just said, do what you want there. And I think Laurent's getting a little peeved off as well. And so that's putting a strain in their relationship politically, I guess. But he's like, you know what? Have your guys talk to my guys and we'll talk about it. But I think we know the answer. But essentially, Cassian isn't revealing that he wants Glimmerbrook because Josephine did explain that there was a certain amount of power that Glimmerbrook contains, obviously from all the spellcasters living there. In order for Cassian to have like free reign and access to it, it would have to be his land. He can't just like go into another country's land and do what he wants, and he can't have access to that land as a partial owner without basically bowing down to Laurent as his king in that respect. So it's going to cause an interesting political relationship between Windenburg and Willow Creek, despite them being technically allied, but the treaty was agreed upon by their fathers, not them. And who knows, things change over time. So it looks like Laurent is heading out. Since Beaufort is still here, I'm going to have Cassian officially ask him to be his advisor. Oh, he doesn't have a noble title? He did have one. That's odd. So I guess he needs to give him a noble title first. Wait, Beaufort, don't leave. He was already technically a royal. Not a royal, a noble. And then title. Why can't I make him my advisor? I can designate. Okay, and he's going to ask Josephine to be his court wizard. That's odd that I'm unable to designate this guy as my royal advisor, but I'll figure it out. Okay, so Josephine is officially our court wizard. Josephine is the most magically talented sim in all the land and has earned her place at the royal court. So there's that. And oh my god, Esther has fallen asleep. But with that in mind, I'm going to have them go home. Oh my god, everyone's down here. They said, let's avoid the king. But Joan does look happy, probably because her family is here with her. Her sister Marie was also here, but she left. And then here's Princess Ella, and then Beatrice just being here because Emmanuel's here. But, okay, our king is tired. Let's go home. Okay, so we are back, and here's Joan again looking radiant. And here it is. Cassian's officially our monarch. I don't know if it officially... Oh yeah, no, I have to give her the title of royal partner. So I'll do that. So that probably means I have to give his kids the titles. Is Gavin? No, Gavin isn't listed as the heir. So... recognize as crown royal. Okay, there you go. Now she's the royal partner. Gavin is now the crown royal, and therefore his heir. What the hell? Cassian? Intense itching from crab lice? Oh no. King Cassian contracted crab lice. The intense itching caused by the little bugs. Oh no. Oh no. Oh goodness. Oh. Joan, no, that's it. You gotta stay away from this guy. He's out there contracting STIs and we're not about it. That is horrible. He's out there being a little hoe. And Esther. Holy ew. Ew. That's nasty, guys. Yeah, I usually remove that setting, and I guess I forgot to do it this time around. But you know what? That is the consequences of your actions. You know who doesn't have crab lice? Sir Harwin and Joan. Oh no, Joan's feeling a little off. I don't like that. I'm gonna have her go to the doctor. Oh no, go to OBGYN. No. I'm gonna have Sir Harwin escort her. But no, come on. Like, this isn't even a rolling issue. This is my mods trying to stress me out. Oh, I hope the baby's okay. So we'll just say she's on her way to see a midwife. She better be okay because this is supposed to be her little miracle baby. And I'm waiting with bated breath. Queen Joan has developed a pregnancy complication called preeclampsia. She'll need to monitor her blood pressure by eating healthy, hydrating, exercising, and if need be, taking anti-hypertensive medication, but overall pregnancy should progress without major issues. Though there is an increased risk of induction or C-section, Queen Joan can feel... Okay. Joan, you're gonna be okay. Hold on. I just need to give these two a sweet moment now that everyone's inside and asleep. Yeah, I've been just endlessly stressed. I need these two to have a cute moment. Oh my god, talk about life together. Oh, guys. My heart. He's gonna brighten her day too and tell her it's gonna be okay. Okay, let's see this interaction. It's from... Oh, guys. Everyone's asleep. It's fine. But this is from the butler... The butler saw nothing, but this is from the realistic childbirth mod. Look at them. And that is true love, you guys. I mean, they really love each other. And he's telling her it's gonna be okay. And then they're going in for an amorous kiss. Okay. We just needed a sweet moment with these two. Deeply connected. They're perfect. I love them. I really do. Oh no, she's cold. Go inside, Joan. So these two are thriving and they don't have STIs. Okay, so I'm going to leave them here because we are at the very end of 1323 and it's a special and somewhat terrifying day. Okay, we are at the Rolf household for the first time since I started filming this. And it is Margaret's birthday. Okay, so let's do the thing. Margaret gets to be a teenager. I'm so excited to see how she looks. Okay, Mags. It's time. Let's go. Okay, Margaret. And she loves outdoors. That's perfect. And she got a bonus trait. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm going to actually choose her aspiration myself. And so I was thinking freelance botanist or outdoor enthusiast. I don't think I've done that one because she is, oh my god, there we go with the unknown, into the unknown. What does a freelance botanist do? Oh, we have to go to Granite Falls. Maybe we could just say that Granite Falls is kind of like the woods because I think that's the only place where you can collect bugs and stuff. Okay, so her bonus trait. She has high self-esteem. These Sims regularly become confident even when failing to gain skills or succeed at work. They're also less likely to develop a fear of failure. So she and George have high self-esteem because their parents just validate their feelings. She was a top-notch infant. She's also a collector. Love it. Okay, it's time. Oh my gosh, guys, look at our girl. She's so pretty. Wow. And it's funny because she definitely looks related to Emmeline, because remember when I posted like how Emmeline would have looked as a teenager. She survived, but they have their own vibe. They're so distinct, and Margaret's just stunning. I can't. She is so beautiful. And I wanted to give her a braided look. And this hair is by Sims Trouble. And I found it recently. And it's just beautiful. And it's a little unruly because, you know, she likes to get her hands dirty. She's a little messy. And I love her. She is stunning. She is beautiful. She is perfect. So now what I have to do, since she's not the heir, I have to do some extra rolls. So I have to roll to see if she gets married and roll for her the amount of baby tries if she does get married or if she doesn't have children. So 1 to 7, she never marries, and 8 to 20, she does marry. Okay, so it looks like she is going to get married. And now I roll a D10 to see if she has children at all or how many tries she gets. Okay, so she only gets 3 tries for babies. And this is just meant to sort of like narrow down the side household management for whenever we find her a spouse. So here's our bug-loving, plant-loving gal. She's looking a little... Look at her. Oh, I love her so much. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave this episode here. We had 2 birthdays, 2 successful birthdays, and another teen, which I'm so excited for. And if some of you have been submitting wife prospects for George, there are a couple that I have found on the gallery, and I'm just going to release them into the wild. I don't want to do a bachelorette style thing because I do want to see how George interacts with them. I'll try not to prolong the courting like I did for the founders, but he's still kind of young. He's like 15 years old, but it's fine. We'll find him a girl. So I'll do a little more focus on the others. We have a few more birthdays coming up. Cassian is now the king of Windenburg, and he's trying to work on a deal with Laurent to own part of the land of Glimmerbrook, and Laurent did not seem pleased by that. And he has crab lice, which is super gross. I'm pretty sure that Esther did not have any carnal relationships with him. I'm pretty sure he was her first. So Cassian's just out there being a little hoe and not in a safe way. Joan and Crawford are super cute. This baby is gonna survive. I will not let this one pass, okay? Don't worry, guys. I'll let Joan have her happy little affair baby with Crawford. I'll give her that little bit of happiness. So yeah, I'm super excited to see what's coming up, and this was a really fun episode to film. So let me know what you guys think as usual, and I look forward to the next one. I hope you all have a great day. Bye!